Highguard. I think this is the 6th or 7th video I make about Highguard. All others so far were reacts, so... No, aside of the first one, I watched the trailer. Oh boy. And oh, funny how the very first video and the last video I make about Highguard is the trailer, and it's shutting down. Isn't this something? So yeah, who could have guessed Highguard is shutting down? On the 12th of March they will shut down all the servers, which is next week, Thursday. So, and let's just read this. Let's just read this. Highguard's final update arriving soon. Thank you for playing with us. Blah blah blah. They are shutting down on the 12th. Since launch, more than 2 billion players stepped into Highguard's world. 2 million. You shared feedback, created content, and many believed in what we were building. Really, many? Really? Really? Is this many? By the way, this is also after the final patch, where they basically put all the stuff into the game that it should have had when it released. And look at this. 24-hour peak, 430 people. This game was dead. Well, basically, it came out and then it immediately fell into a coma. There was some brain activity still going, and then it came out on when? The 26th of January, and basically 2 weeks, less than 2. Yeah, this game, I prognosticized when we watched the trailer that this game would be dead as fast as Concord, but they would not shut it down as fast as Concord, because they wouldn't want to be seen as the next Concord. And this is exactly what happened. The only reason they haven't shut it down earlier, because look at this shit. They could have shut it down here a month ago. Wouldn't have made a difference. They could have done that and saved money, but no, they didn't. I prognosticized 1 month after it comes out, it would shut down. Well, turns out it was 6 weeks instead of 4. I guess I was wrong. Not by a lot though. Man, these people. And by the way, 2 million players tried it. Again, 2 million players tried it. And 430 peak 24-hour count. So maybe 1,000 people are left playing the game. Let's be beneficial. 2,000 people are still playing the game regularly. Not every day, just half decent regularly. 2,000 people is not a lot, not enough for a game of this size. It's not. Absolutely not. Especially when no one pays any money. Is Highguard a MOBA? Well, no, but it would have actually made more sense being one. Seeing how it plays. But no, it's not. It's a It's a 5v5. Get loot. That doesn't mean shit. Go mine crystals. That doesn't mean shit. Get the sword that spawns somewhere in the game, and then go to the enemy base. Put it into the enemy base shield thing, and then the shield lowers because you get some siege machine going, and then you destroy the base. That's the big game. And to be fair, I saw a video of the Eggman playing the game, and he had fun playing the game, and I actually had fun watching him play the game. The game looked like it's fun now. The problem with what they did is they released a game and it wasn't done. Everything they put in the game since it's released and now after the final patch, these are all things that should have been in the game from the beginning. If they were, the game would have been so much better received. I can guarantee you the game would not be dead if it wasn't for that. Sounds too much work? Yeah, I can see that. This patch is live. New game mode and... Wait, what? New game mode? Oh, is that the 5v5? Is that the 5v5 they did? What? New game mode? What? In Raid Rush, 2 teams of 5 players will take turns. Okay. Wait. Attacking and defending their bases with no pesky looting phase in between. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So... Are you kidding me? They took the looting out of the game. Instead, select your base and use Trader Flynn to upgrade your weapons and equip in a round-based format. After each round, you will switch sides between attacking and defending. Your base walls and generators will be repaired, and you will be rewarded some Vesper to spend at the trader, who will have different offers after every round. And don't worry about buying armor. Everyone has the same armor, and it will escalate in rarity as the rounds progress. Are you fucking kidding me? Shit. This is completely retarded. Why wasn't this in the game from the beginning? It took them only 6 weeks to come up with this. So why was that not in the release of this game? 2 game modes? They could literally have... The game now has 2 game modes. But why wasn't that in the game from the beginning? Oh my god, I'm about to scream. Why was that not in the game from the beginning? Oh my god. This video was all about, making fun about Highguard and it's shutting down and what were the mistakes. And this is completely throwing me off the rails. What were they thinking? Why was that not in the game from the beginning? Seriously, why was that not in the game from the beginning? You could have had 2 game modes. Literally 2 game modes, and the people decide which they want to play. Oh my god. I'm actually getting angry at them. How fucking incompetent are the game directors? Yes, the game director. The game directors of this game must be completely incompetent. The higher ups in this company They should never work anywhere with any grade of say in anything. Oh my god, I'm literally. Oh my god. Death Note 3v3 rates has been disabled while Raid Rush is active. 5v5 and ranked 3v3 are still available. Wait. They still have 3v3 as ranked? What the fuck? This is so retarded. I think every decision made by this company is wrong. Every decision they make is wrong. And that's why this is happening. That's why. Oh my god. This is completely taking me like, oh my god. And they even have bug fixes. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is completely going off the rails. What is this? This is so dumb. I think this is just dumb. I think the people that worked on this game are just dumb. Well, the ones that thought that it's just great the way it is. I think these people are just dumb. Because even when they fix shit, it's still mind-boggling what's going on in the game. Why is 3v3 still a thing at ranked? Why is that the ranked mode? Why is 3v3 the ranked mode and not 5v5? It makes no sense. Having 3v3 still in a game still makes no sense. What the Man, this is so stupid. So stupid. But that just shows again why this game failed. Because the people that make decisions for this game they are just dumb. They are just dumb. They're stupid, they're arrogant, and they are seemingly incompetent. How else would you explain such a disaster? Even while they are still fixing shit, it's still a disaster. This game is the biggest disaster, or almost the biggest disaster since Concord. Literally Concord. This is wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I have no words. I have no words for how much I despise the leadership in the studio. I think these people are so incredibly incompetent that they are incapable of making anything good. At this point, I actually believe that. I'm not going for all the game devs because we have seen a video about, you know, the game devs speaking out, you know, the guys that got fired. And they wanted to have a beta test of people from the outside coming in and testing the game. And the people over them said, no, we don't need it. This is great the way it is. It's awesome. It's 430 concurrent player maximum, 24-hour peak, awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if more people on a weekend play Unreal Tournament 1 from over 20 years ago. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Man, this is actually making me angry. And now they are releasing a skill tree. Why wasn't a skill tree in the game from the beginning? Because it wasn't, maybe because it wasn't ready, or maybe it was ready, but they said, yeah, we release the game the way it is, and put this as additional content for later. This is so smart. This is so smart. Oh, aren't I smart? Oh yes, oh, of course I'm smart. Oh, this will make us so much money. This will make us so much money. 2 million players. 2 million people tried the game out. And this is the result. And yes, I've seen people liking the game. That's not a problem. Those people are not a problem. I don't say the game overall is bad. It's just not good enough. It's just the majority of people don't like the game. And even the people that like the game say it has problems. And now the thing is, they are releasing all this stuff right before the game is shutting down. And I'm asking, for how long was that shit ready to go? That's a question I have. For how long was this ready to go? And also, I had some replies. Where was it? Where was it? Not here, not here, not here, not here. It was here. No, not there, not there, not there. Right here, that was my response to them shutting down. When you are so proud of your game and want people to enjoy it, why not release the source code? Which is I think that's a legit question. Why don't you release the source code if you just... Okay, the game is not viable for, you know, commercial success, then okay, you shut the servers down, but you release the source code for the game. Because they don't actually give a fuck about the game and people enjoying it. They don't. They don't care. They absolutely don't care. It was all about the money and them thinking that they're so good and they can't fail with anything. Because, hey, they are the developers of Apex Legends and Titanfall. So, of course, they are awesome, right? Now, my question would be, what did they do on these games? Who are they actually? Man. Yeah. So, I think this turned out to be actually just a rant, but I'm fine with that. So, 2 million players, 2 million people tried out the game. It completely failed. 6 weeks after, about 6 weeks after it came out, it's shutting down. All the updates that came out for the game put things into the game that already should have been there when it came out. If that would have been the case, I'm absolutely sure the game would have actually been at least somewhat successful. People would have stayed to play the game. I actually believe that. Because the updates that they actually released, they weren't bad. What they put into the game after release is actually decent content. It's just that it's too little too late. People already played your game and they saw a turd. Now you sprinkle a little gold over it, but it's still just a turd. And that's why you're shutting down. And that's completely deserved. Completely deserved. And I'm not even going to, oh, the characters are all so ugly and shit like that. I already did that. We already, that all aside, the rest of the game is just mediocre. And yes, we are leaving it at this. It is a very well-deserved, very well-deserved shutdown of a studio. Again, that didn't actually care about the players, like they say, because if they would have had a better test. And all the problems that were mentioned after the release of the game were known to them, and they would have fixed it, but they didn't do that, and that's why they are now jobless. Well deserved. We are leaving it at that. If you like this video, consider following, no, subscribing. It's a video. Subscribing, like it, and by the way, also let me know what you think about all this, about the mess that is Highguard. Comment below.